Welcome in, everyone, to McKnight Park in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It is the opening day of the Class 1A State Softball Tournament as the Gordonsville Tigerettes start their march to their third straight state championship title. They're taking on the Halls Lady Tigers in game number one for the second straight year. Met them in this round last year in game number one of the 2023 state tournament. They won that, or 2024 state tournament, I should say. Won that game 13-1 in 7 innings. The one run they allowed was a solo shot in the first inning from a player who was a senior last year, not on the team this year. This Halls team 17-13 on the year. They beat Hillcrest in their sectional game 18-0. The Gordonsville Tigerettes, of course, beating Whitwell 7-0. And we are underway in Murfreesboro. First pitch from Kaylee Plumley in the circle to Maddie Turnbow is a little bit low and away for ball one. The lineup today for the Halls Lady Tigers. Maddie Turnbow's the shortstop, leads it off. Kylie Ward, a very good batter, the catcher behind the plate, batting second. Addison Brody will bat third with the cleanup batter, Carly Riddick, also in the circle. As the 1-0 about ready to come from Plumley. She brings it home. That one also low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to the leadoff batter for the Lady Tigers. Maya Brown is in the 5th spot. Jayla Cobb bats 6th. Ashton Hardy will bat 7th. Abigail Lynch and Kylie Conrad batting 8th and 9th for the Halls Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers 5-1 in their last 6 games. The only loss to Dresden, who was also in this state tournament, as that one's right down Broadway. A swing and a miss, and it's 2-1 to Maddie Turnbow at the plate. They fell in the region title game 6-4 to that Dresden team, who got the best of them a few times in the regular season. 2-1 here to Turnbow. Plumley brings it home. And that's a called strike on the bottom part of the zone, 2-2. My name's Jacob Vincent, joined by Noah McKay for today's broadcast. The first of 2 today for the Gordonsville Tigerettes. 2-2 here to Maddie Turnbow, the first batter of the inning, first batter of the game. The 2-2 swung on, fouled off and out of play, and we'll do it again.
Good job early on by Kaylee in the circle. She missed the first 2 low and away, as you mentioned. She's rallied back 2 borderline pitches, really nicely delivered right across the bottom part of the zone. Now she's looking for punch-out number 1.
Opening batter of this opening game in the 1A state tournament. Plumley ready to go with a 2-2. Turnbow at the plate. Plumley rocks and fires. Rise ball got her to swing right underneath. It's the first strikeout of the day for Kaylee Plumley in the first out of the inning here in the top half of the first.
And that's Plumley 101. Once she's got those 2 strikes on you, you better watch out for the rise ball. And it swung on and missed. Great start for her and for the Tigerettes. Trying to become just the 5th Division I team in state history to three-peat, Jacob. They're looking for history in this tournament. Got a great chance to do it. They just play their game. They're going to win this tournament. It's a good start for Plumley.
Kylie Ward coming to the plate, a freshman, leads this team in batting average at .427 this season. Tried to bunt it, missed it, and it's strike 1. And the catcher for this Halls Lady Tigers team, what was called there?
They call that a ball?
She was already running to first.
Holy smokes.
Well, not only did they call the ball, it should have been a called strike.
It was down the middle, and
she offered the bunt.
Absolutely offered at it. So 0 for 2.
Somehow it's 1-0 now to Kylie Ward. I mean, we're 3 feet away.
Yeah, we got the view today.
That one she did pull back, and it's 2-0 now to Kylie Ward.
I mean, that was not even close both times.
So 2 balls and no strikes to the second batter in the lineup for the Lady Tigers. Infield in on the corners for the Tigerettes. The 2-0 coming. Bunt popped up, and that one will be a foul ball. 2-1.
That was a strike. We're sure. We think.
I thought the first one was too.
We're glad to be here today. It's going to be a little busier than we anticipated.
Of course, no games yesterday, baseball or softball. Baseball getting pushed back. They just pushed everything back 24 hours. Softball, they're trying to cram into 3 days rather than 4. This bunt fouled off into the net, and it's 2-2 now to Kylie Ward, the second batter in the lineup for the Lady Tigers. So we'll have Gordonsville softball again coming up at 5 no matter what, either against Oakdale or Hollow Rock Brewston. And that'll be here at McKnight as well. 2 parks they play at here in Murfreesboro, McKnight Park and the Starplex. They're pretty much right across from each other with the sports com in between. Kylie Ward at the plate, the 2-2 coming from Plumley. Rise ball didn't offer, and the count runs full.
Good job that time to lay off the rise ball. Now we'll see what Plumley wants to throw. Her fastball's been really good in the postseason. It's gotten more swings and misses and a lot more standing and watching than a rise ball has.
One out here in the top of the first. Payoff from Plumley.
Yep.
Ball 4, and Kylie Ward will take her base.
And she wanted the the fastball that time, a little bit up. A good job to lay off of it, and probably was sitting rise ball and was taken no matter what. We've talked about that at three balls against Plumlee. You're better off probably just take because you're not going to hit it.
Glad to have you along today, live on the UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel, presented by
Nelson Trophy and Screen
Nelson
Printing.
Trophy and Screen Printing.
Our spring fling coverage presented by our friends at Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing. We so appreciate them. One of our longest-running all-inclusive sponsors, and now stepping up.
Runner goes. Stewart's throw down to second is a good one, and they got her. What a throw by Bailey Stewart right into the waiting glove of Kat Johnson at second base, and Kylie Ward is gunned down for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, tremendous throw from Stewart, and it's just really tough to run this Gordonsville team. So much velocity from Plumlee. It's a fastball. It's a mistake right now out of the Lady Tigers. You got to move her over with a bunt. You cannot. This is the easiest stolen base you're going to have if you're Gordonsville, or caught stealing you're going to have. It's that fastball in at 68. Easy throw for Stewart, no problem.
It's 0-1 here to Addison Brody at the plate. She swings at the rise ball. 0-2 now with 2 outs.
We're done here. This inning's over. I mean, you were able to work a great count with the walk. Trying to steal on this Gordonsville team, you may work every once in a while. It's just not a good decision.
And I think Bailey Stewart didn't realize it at first, like, hey, well, she's actually going. It was actually a late throw, and she still got her. Here's the 0-2. That one fouled off. We'll do it again. I mean, it was so much so they were surprised that she was going that Stewart really took a second just to, she's actually trying to steal on me right now, and still threw a perfect throw down to second.
That was a good tag by Johnson, covering the bag.
So 2 outs here in the inning, an 0-2 count to Addison Brody at the plate for Halls. Plumlee brings it home. A little bit low and away, and that'll be ball 1. So if Gordonsville wins, they'll move into the winner's bracket, or stay in the winner's bracket, I should say. Take on the winner of Oakdale and Hollow Rock Brewston at 5 o'clock. 1-2 coming. That one low and away again. Really trying to work that outside low corner right now is Plumlee. 2-2.
She's also setting it up. Recognizing first time through the lineup, put that eye line down there, and all of a sudden she can start bringing that higher stuff in and get some swings and misses.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the first. Plumlee delivers. Rise ball swung on through. It's a second strikeout of the inning and the final out of the inning through the top of the first. We head to the bottom of 1 with the Tigerettes coming to the plate. This is the Class 1A State Softball Tournament presented by Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood, or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Welcome back to Murfreesboro. The Gordonsville Tigerettes coming to the plate for the first time here in the bottom of the first. It is the 1A State Softball Tournament. Jacob Vincent alongside Noah McKay here in Murfreesboro at McKnight Park. The Tigerettes taking on the Lady Tigers of Halls out of Halls, Tennessee. Not Knoxville Halls. There is a difference. It is the 1A Halls out of Halls, Tennessee. The Tigerettes lineup, no change for them. Kat Johnson, Kaylee Plumlee, and Abby Brinkley. The top 3 in the lineup will lead it off. In the circle today for the Halls Lady Tigers is Carly Riddick, a senior with a 2.10 ERA and 9-11 record. In 136 2/3 innings pitched this year. That one is going to miss outside to Johnson, 1-0. She's got pretty good numbers, 126 strikeouts, 44 walks. The big number that stands out, though, 104 runs, but only 41 have been earned.
Put it in play, good things happen. Typically in Gordonsville, they know how to do that. They hit the long ball, but they're able to put it in play and put pressure on with their speed, and is quickly 2-0 here, and could not be 2 more opposite pitchers in every way. Velocity, just everything's different from Plumlee to Riddick. So Gordonsville are going to take a beat here, see if they can settle in. Johnson's got a little wobble working. She's feeling good in her first state tournament in the state of Tennessee.
2 balls, no strikes to Kat Johnson, the leadoff batter. That's right down Broadway for strike 1. And this is our second game today, not broadcast-wise, but here for UCR as DeKalb County got the job done on this field in walk-off fashion.
In the 8th.
In the bottom of the 8th.
Walk-off home run to center field, so the Tigerettes move on from Smithville.
This one back up the middle, off the glove of Riddick, into the outfield, and Johnson is going to lead it off with a single for the Tigerettes.
Great job by Kat Johnson. She barreled that one up, and now she heads over because the throw a little bit offline, so advancing on a throw is Johnson. And again, the Hall's defense, they've been a little bit suspect this year. This is a Tigerettes team that's going to put the pressure on them, and a great start for Johnson. Sets the table, and if they don't walk her, they deserve to lose.
The throw came in from the outfield, got past second base. Johnson heads up play, moves into second. And now a runner in scoring position for Kaylee Plumley with first base
Holy cow.
open.
This is so stupid.
Kaylee Plumley will step in against Carly Riddick in the circle for her first AB of the 1A state tournament. First pitch she sees, and nobody covering third. Johnson is going to take third base on the stolen base. The shortstop tried to get over there in time, but was unable to do so. It was a ball to Kaylee Plumley, so it's 1-0 and a runner on third base after the stolen bag. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first, no score as the Lady Tigers try to deal with Plumley at the plate. Hits it right back up the middle, and the Tigerettes have the lead as Kaylee Plumley right to center field. It's an RBI single, and the Tigerettes on top 1-0 here in the state tournament.
We are done here. It's over. This game's done. Not a matter of if, it's a matter of how many. I mean, we're done. They're not scoring on her, and they're about to score a bunch of runs in this ballgame. It's over. Please continue to listen, but just so you know, it's over.
So Callie Underwood will come on to run for Kaylee Plumley, who singles it back up the middle, and back-to-back singles to start this game off for the Tigerettes. Third batter in the lineup, Abby Brinkley, will step to the plate for the first time.
And Plumley's batting over 500 on the season. In a lot of ways, that was the best-case scenario once they decided to pitch to her for Halls. That is just an RBI single.
That one misses outside. And it's 1-0 here to Brinkley. Yeah, came into the game batting .506. Of course, we saw the home run in the sectional game that just barely crept over the fence right in front of us out in right center field. The 3-run shot that really put that game to bed. That one's low and away again, and it's 2-0 here to Brinkley.
And right now, everything that's been in the zone, the Tigerettes have put a good swing on, besides the first strike of the game to Kat Johnson. So they're seeing it very well. I mentioned it's slower velo, so they're able to really take a second, recognize where the pitch is, and put a good swing on it.
Runner on first, 2-0, a little slap bunt shown by Brinkley. It's a foul ball, and Underwood will have to make her way back to first after just a little bit of contact. And it's 2-1 now to Abby Brinkley with still a runner on first base and nobody out here in the bottom of the first for the Tigerettes.
Callie was hauling.
He was going as
Head
soon
back
as
in
that
the
pitch
wind,
was thrown.
She was hauling towards second.
He was looking at maybe 3 if that ball gets put in play. 2-1 here to Brinkley. Pitch coming. Off the end of the bat, over shortstop's head and down for a hit. Underwood running hard on contact. Now trying to stretch it into third. She slides in safely. Brinkley up to second as the throw is just offline over at third. And it's runners on second and third for Bailey Stewart.
And you can tell right now the Tigerettes on the base pass are in absolute attack mode. Every time they have an opportunity to move up, they're daring Halls to make a throw. So far they have it. Look for that to continue in a very early trip to the circle. It's too little too late. We're done here already, but Gordonsville trying to make it real dominant in inning number 1.
They do have a trip to the circle for Halls and try to talk some things over, but like you said, second and third already a run across for the Gordonsville Tigerettes as they look to make it 3 state titles in a row. You said, 11 teams have done it in the state of Tennessee?
And 7 of those were Division II teams, private schools. Maybe not at the time, but now they're private schools. So trying to become just the 5th Division I program public school in the state of Tennessee to three-peat.
Kelsey Perry out to talk to her team for this Halls team. Whole infield in there and having a conversation. And it's been just a couple of missed throws and overthrow. Even that one to third base, Underwood, if it's a good throw, they probably get Underwood over at third base.
And the Tigerettes are doing a great job right now. It is nice and smooth. They're not trying to hit it out of here anywhere. Just put it in play. We mentioned how many unearned runs this team has. They're putting it in play, a couple of singles, now another bloop, 3 base hits already, and now they can do some real damage.
Well, Bailey Stewart's at the plate with the runners on second and third, nobody out. First pitch she sees a little bit low. She swung right through, and it's 0-1.
And she was trying to send it out into the parking lot that time.
She absolutely has the power to do so. We've seen her do it this year, and there's a lot of cars in danger right now.
She had a bunch of triples last year in the state tournament, ripping it down the line, so she loved to recreate that.
Here's the 0-1. Change up. Pretty good one, but misses just low and away.
Yeah, it's a good layoff because it has a lot of downward movement on it, and it dips low, and that's going to be a rolled over grounder if she puts it in place. So a really nice layoff there by Bailey Stewart.
Runners on second and third for the Tigerettes with already a run across. A 1-1 count to Stewart. Riddick brings it home and misses just outside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And Riddick has not been wild by any stretch, but again, everything that's been in the zone, you've seen healthy cuts at it from these Tigerettes.
2 balls, 1 strike to Bailey Stewart at the plate for the Tigerettes. Riddick ready to go. Fires it in. That one hit hard down the line, but a foul ball towards the Gordonsville dugout at third base. And the count will go to 2-2 now with nobody out here in the bottom of 1. Glad to have you along. Mention UCR Facebook page, YouTube channel. It's a great day for softball. A little bit breezy. The sun is shining. A little bit different than yesterday.
Perfect weather. Yesterday we were all watching the weather very closely. Today, not a cloud in the sky.
Comes the 2-2. That one's in the dirt. Gets away. Underwood trying to come home and score underneath the tag. It's a 2-0 lead for the Tigerettes.
Tough to advance at McKnight Park. It is a very short backstop. We are right behind it, and we are 8 feet away from the catcher, maybe, and it bounced home, but it went a little bit offline. Aggressive base running again for Gordonsville. Every time they've had an opening, they're trying to take it, and now hitters count at 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes, still a runner on third as Brinkley also moved up. Here comes the pitch, right down Broadway. Stewart hits it a mile out to center field and gone. A 2-run shot for Bailey Stewart, and it's a 4-0 start for the Gordonsville Tigerettes.
Got all of it. Dead straight center field. Oh, Gordonsville early on. Her first cut of the AB, she was looking to park it. That time, she did park it. Tremendous start for the 2-time champs.
And you've mentioned it. Each time it's been over the plate, it has been hit hard. The first 4 batters that have come to the plate, single, 2-run home run. Nobody out here in the bottom of 1, and now it's Laura Thompson's turn.
Hey, you got to play again at 5 o'clock. You want to make quick work of this. Put 15 on the board and get out of here after 3.
They got a little bit late start as well with that DeKalb County McNary Central game going to extras. They started about 25 minutes late. First pitch to Thompson, swinging, foul ball right at Coach Bush in that third base coach's box. Softly rolled, and it's 0-1.
You're trying to play 2.5 innings. I mean, that's what you want to do. 2.5 innings. 15-0, let's go home. I mean, get ready, go eat lunch, and come back and get ready for another winner's bracket game.
Last year they beat this team 13-1, but did it in 7 innings. It was very spread out. Here's the 0-1 to Thompson, right side of the infield. Second baseman knocks it down, but it's off her glove into center field. It's going to be an E4 as Thompson reaches base safely.
And we talked about that very briefly in between innings. Jacob put it in play against this team. Good things happen. Again, hard hit grounder. The carousel moves on. This is a Tigerettes team. Professional approach, ready to go, no problem. Who's next? Mackenzie Herron. Let's go.
So Mackenzie Herron, the left fielder, will step in. Still nobody out here in the bottom of 1, and there's really no bullpen for the Lady Tigers. Their next pitcher has only thrown in 8 innings all season long. Bunt shown by Herron. It's a foul ball and an 0-1 count.
Well, here's the reality. Gordonsville's better.
Correct.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. And you're seeing that. I mean, this is the team we've called the best team in any class in this state, and they are flexing. Nobody out. 4 across already.
1. Change up high and away. 1-1. Herron still showing bunt there with a runner on first and Thompson.
The plate vision has been fantastic. Maybe that first swing for Stewart was the only ball they've offered at. They've watched 1 or 2 strikes. I mean, it has been fantastic at the plate so far for Gordonsville.
You mentioned it, velocity not an issue today either. Riddick has been around the zone, and that changeup has been pretty good. That one misses low and inside, and it's now 2 balls and a strike to Mackenzie Herron.
Now, if you're Gordonsville, you want her to start pressing, right? Get a little wild, see if we can get some walks on the board as well. Get down to Callie Dillard coming up next. She can park 1. Bat around in this inning.
2-1, bunt put down to third base. Third baseman's got it. Throw to first is offline. First baseman runs into Herron. Tag was never applied. Herron is on the bag, and she is safe. There was a collision right in front of the bag as the first baseman came off into foul territory. Her foot was off the bag. She never applied the tag, and Herron was able to get onto the bag before a tag was ever applied.
It is a tremendous call by the field umpire because you're right. There was contact, but the glove is out here, and it's kind of body-to-body contact. There's no tag with the glove, so she asked for an appeal, but he is spot on. We, of course, have a great view of it. It's not a force anymore. You have to apply the tag on that baseline, and she did not.
So that's the conversation the umpires are having. She is safe over at first. and it is going to be an E, taking him off the bag at the E5 on the throw. Got to it in time. Pretty good bunt by Heron. We know she's got speed. So now back-to-back errors after the first 4 batters reached on hits, and the first 6 batters have reached in the lineup for the Tigerettes. It brings the 7th batter in the lineup to the plate, Callie Dillard, who can hit it out of the park. Nobody out here in the bottom of 1. It's a 4-0 lead for the Tigerettes. Riddick brings it home. First pitch right down Broadway for strike 1.
Yeah, good pitch for Riddick. She's really revving it up now, throwing hard. You can tell with the fastball. And it's got to be frustrating out there. She's on an island right now. It's not her fault. Now, all of a sudden, her defense started to abandon her with a couple of errors in a row and what should have been 2 ground outs, and you still have nobody out, and you're against another tremendous hitter.
Here comes the 0-1 from Riddick. Another good one, left side of the infield. That ball through. They're going to send the runner from third. Here comes Thompson. Throw coming in. Pretty good one. Thompson slides in safely. Everybody's up to second and third, and it's a 5-0 lead for the Tigerettes in the first.
The Globetrotters are here. The single-A softball Globetrotters are putting on a show. Already 5-0. Still nobody out. 8-hole hitter. Oh, she's really good, too. In the hole is Kat Johnson. I don't know when this is going to stop.
So an RBI single for Callie Dillard, advancing to second base on the throw-in. Mackenzie Heron advanced to third. Second and third, nobody out, with Kaylin Roberts coming to the plate. She chokes up on the bat in the right-hand as batter's box. That one's across for strike 1. 0-1 to the second baseman. And now the throw gets into center field, and they're going to bring him home. And that's the 6th one of the game, as Heron will score from third. It just got away from Riddick on the throwback down.
And you can see it. It's a Halls team. They've obviously played Gordonsville last year. They feel like a team that is playing with a lot of pressure on their shoulders. They're trying to do too much. They're not just doing simple things, right, like throwing back to the pitcher, and it's all Tigerettes.
Showing bunt.
Oh, my goodness.
Roberts drops it right in front of the bag, and she can't go anywhere with it. They were covering it over at first. They picked it up. The catcher and Ward right in front of home plate. Looked to third, had no play there. Everybody's safe on the bunt single by Roberts.
That looked like a Jacob Vincent wedge shot. It just stopped immediately. You can see the mark. It's a 3 feet in front of home plate, 1 foot in front of the batter's box. Totally stopped, and I think Halls thought somebody was coming home there, so she stopped to try and make a tag at home, and nobody was coming home because she already scored.
Yep.
Runners at the corners, 9-hole hitter up.
It was Callie Dillard, who was at second base, goes up to third. Roberts reaches at first. Here's Camry Johnson. Runner goes down to second. They're just going to give her the bag, and now it's runners on second and third after the stolen base by Kaylin Roberts. That first pitch did get in there for a called strike, 0-1.
I think it was a ball. I think they put it wrong on the board. I may be wrong.
It looked low.
I think it's 1-0. There was no sign.
Bunt shown. That one misses upstairs.
Maybe he'll tell us what the count is. I had it at 2-0, but I may be wrong.
Should be.
I think it is 2-0.
I think it is too. Cameron Johnson at the plate. Still nobody out here in the first, and this is the 9 batter in the lineup for the Tigerettes. Showing bunt. Puts it down. Foul ball, and it's 2-1.
Says 1 and 2 on the board, but I think it's 2-1.
No, I got 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 as Riddick and the Halls defense looks for their first out of the inning here in the bottom of 1. The rise ball misses up. And 2 balls, 2 strikes.
They may have said she offered at that pitch, the first pitch with the bunt.
Yeah. So Camry Johnson, who even in this 9 spot has worked some really good ABs this year. Here comes the 2-2. That one's outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now.
I would like to highly advise our friends from Halls to find a way to get it out, or else I don't know when this is going to stop. Because if you load the bases for Kat Johnson, you got some problems.
It's a 6-0 lead in the first. This one hit right side of the infield. First baseman's got it. Will step on the bag. That's the first out of the inning, but it does drive another run across. And it's a 7-0 lead as Camry Johnson gets the job done, drives in another run, and still a runner on third for now Kat Johnson.
Well, I think Coach Bush is going to be pleased with the pace. 1 out to 6 runs, to 7 runs rather. 1 time through the
Pretty
lineup.
Good, yeah.
But that'll play just fine. No problem.
The first 7 batters that reached all scored. And Kaylin Roberts could make it 8 for 8 as Camry Johnson records the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the first.
She did her job. Score a run.
Yep. Kat Johnson is at the plate for the second time in this inning. That's a called strike across. She singled back up the middle, came around to score on the RBI by Kaylee Plumley. It's the bottom of 1 here in the 1A state tournament, a 7-0 lead.
This is dominant right now.
Halls had a base runner on. They ran into an out at second base. They win 1-2-3. That one's outside. Now 1-1 to Kat Johnson.
That's a really good take by Johnson. And I've mentioned a lot, her approach as a freshman. You can tell she plays at some high-level travel ball because that first pitch started up the outside corner. The next one started there and kind of rose away. She starts to kind of trigger and able to keep her hands back.
Here's the 1-1. That one fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes now with 1 away here in the bottom of 1. Still a runner at third base for the Tigerettes, who have the 7-0 lead here in the first.
Thank God for the net.
That would have went over us.
Yeah, but it was close. It was too close for comfort.
We are on the backstop here at McKnight Park. This one hit
Lord.
hard out to center field. Center fielder came in initially, and it gets over her head. It's going to score another run. Johnson's into second base. What are we going with that one?
It's a hit.
So an RBI double for Kat Johnson on not a great route by the center fielder, and it's 8-0. Tigerettes on top, but still just 1 out here in the first.
Well, all the center fielder had to do was stand there. It was hit right to her. For some reason, she took 5 or 6 steps forward, and then it landed right where she was originally standing. So Johnson says thank you very much, and they're going to pitch to Kaylee Plumley again.
Kaylee Plumley is at the plate for the second time here in the first, and a runner on second. First pitch is upstairs, 1-0.
10-0.
It's an 8-0 lead right now.
It's about to be 10-0.
Plumley had an RBI single in her first AB here in this inning.
Into the parking lot.
Here's the 1-0. That one never came out clean. Johnson takes third, and then the throw gets away, and Johnson's going to come home and score. Ward tried to pump fake it, got out of the hand, went towards the Gordonsville dugout, and it's 9-0 and nobody on the base path.
This is tough to watch. She just spiked it into the ground.
It's a freshman behind the plate for the Lady Tigers. And time called.
And you can't see it, so that's why I'm being so descriptive about it. But literally,
it was the pump fake.
There was no chance to throw to third, and it spiked into the ground.
Coach Kelsey Perry comes out trying to figure out what to do here in this first inning against the Tigers. It was the pump fake.
There was no chance to throw to third, and it spiked into the ground.
Coach Kelsey Perry comes out trying to